Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this time we're playing another 2v2 and again it's from Tyrant's Tournament. It's actually the second match against Janet on occasion and Settle Apache in the finals. I'm up with Falcon and I'm playing as the Vampire Counts and he's playing as the Tomb Kings. For Settle Apache we have the... who is playing the Dwarfs? I think Settle and Bats is playing the Dwarfs and Janet is playing as the Vampire Counts. So for our forces, our strategy was to go with cheap crap in the front line from the Tomb Kings and have some really heavy hitting force from the Vampire Counts like the Graveguard with great weapons. We also had, I had a Necromancer over here just as a summoner battery, nothing else, just to summon zombies to mitigate any location on the battlefield that I would actually be losing. Just summon some zombies there, just keep the guys in place so the rest of the forces can follow up. We also got two Carrions up in the air in order to shut down anything that needs shutting down. I also have a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord with I'm pretty much Helm of Discord, the Armor Sunder, Heart Piercing, along with Raise Dead, Dance Macabre and Invocation of the Heck. For Falcon, he went with some Necropolis Knights with... it's not actually the anti-large variant, it's just the standard one. So he has some poison as you can see, and how much armor piercing is that? 36. So they're pretty decent, and with the backup of Arkan the Black doesn't have the Nehekara lore, so he's not gonna be able to support them that effectively. But to be honest, we kind of were expecting the Vargulfs. And we knew that there wouldn't be any Blood Dragons or something like that, so that's why Falcon went with these bad boys. For Arkan, he's gonna be rocking the Spirit Lich and Purple Son of Xerus, along with Tomb Blade of Arkan and the Liber... what's that thing called? The Liber Mortis, yeah, I got that right. For Janet, we have a front line of just zombies, as you can see, so no real front line, to be honest. And he also got two Vargulfs hidden, one back here, and also a Necrarch Vampire Lord. He was probably expecting me to go up in the air, because if I remember correctly, Necrarch has the ability pretty much like a Tempest. Or is it not? No, he's not. He just has Dark Magic, which is Spirit Lich, and also Purple Son of Xerus. So yeah, that's from Janet, a pretty simple army, relying on heavy, hard-hitting monsters. And for the Dwarfs over here, we got two Bolt Throwers. They were probably expecting some monster heavy build. We also got a Runesmith with the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, I'm pretty sure, yep, and Wrath of Oath and Steel. A Rune Lord on the Anvil to provide that magic resistance, as you can see over here if you put him on the Anvil. And it's actually map wide, so it applies to your ally as well. And also another Oath of Wrath and Ruin. We also got the Ulthar's Raiders over here with the Mark of Ulthar, just making any target susceptible to really high heavy magic from these 1, 2, 3 Thunderers back here. So yeah, pretty simplistic army, just heavy monsters, cheap stuff, and really hard hitting ranged. So the battle is gonna begin. We're just gonna be marching forward. Honestly, they have the range advantage, so we have to deal with it. Over here I'm just trying to zigzag, let's just say, because they're kind of aiming for my Necromancer, seeing this as a not a huge menace, as a guy who's gonna be spamming summon zombies on except the Blood Dragon. So yeah, they're gonna try to take him down, but I'm just gonna be strafing, just you know, getting those moves in like Jagger. And yeah, the front lines are gonna collapse eventually, because as you can see they're both really slow. Well, the skeletons are a little bit faster, but I can't tell the same for the zombies. So yeah, it's gonna be some really hard fought matchup here, because these guys will take forever to kill each other. And also on this map, these things over here, these craters, actually are impassable. So, and the same goes for this thing over here. So he placed the Bolt Thrower right behind that little hole, let's just say, I don't remember the word, okay, and it takes for me to go all the way from here or here in order to shut it down, so that was some smart play deploying on this side. Where is it? The Necropolis Knights, along with the Arkan the Black and the Black Dragon, Blood Dragon are gonna be coming straight for that Rune Lord, as he is providing a lot of magic resistance on all these forces, so he needs to be taken out. Janet has his Vargulfs over here just trying to smash a few zombies. He also gets a summon over here just to block my Graveguard, and also on top of it he's gonna come in with a Vargulf, so these guys are gonna be taking some really heavy damage. Over here the Sternsmen are doing quite well, but they're currently marked by Ulthor, reducing their armor and also the missile parry. So yeah, these guys are gonna do some really heavy work. We haven't actually tried, we were kind of theory crafting like really a lot, because they just caught us a little bit unprepared on what exactly to do, but we're gonna say, okay, screw this, just go in for the Dwarf Lord, let's just try to take him out real hard, real fast, and yeah, these guys are just gonna go in and start doing some really heavy work. Is he gonna drop a Spirit Blitz? I think, yeah, it's Spirit Blitz on top of a Helm of Discord is gonna be really hard for the Rune Lord to try to escape here from. And as you can see, he will start taking some really good damage. The Sturdsmen are just trying to push through. The same goes for these guys. I'm just spamming them to get beneath those lines. These guns and bolt throwers need to get shut down. So I'm just gonna try to sneak through this little gap over here. I'm just gonna go straight for it. The Necropolis Knights just have to pull back. I hit them with an Invocation of Nehek, because these are our butter in this battle. We need these guys to be healthy as possible and safe. Is that the Necroc? Yeah, the Necroc Vampire Lord is gonna drop over here. The Necropolis Knights are gonna come in to help. The Rune Lord has been shut down, so we're gonna kind of try to hunt him a little bit. The Vargulfs are coming in to save the day. The balance of power is actually against our favor, so I don't know why is that. Now that we're taking, probably because of the Graveguard just suffering a lot of damage without actually shutting down any target still. And also these big monsters play some role in it. Arkan the Black is gonna be trying to escort the Dwarf Lord out of the field. The Necropolis Knights are just gonna try to move out from here, because the Vargulfs are gonna be hitting really hard. And yeah, over here the Bolt Thrower is still shooting. Skeleton Warriors is trying to push through. My guys are getting stuck a little bit over here, but now they're advancing. As I said, we drove this Graveguard through here in order to go and shut this Bolt Thrower down, and now we're just gonna start hunting the rest of it. Actually, my Necromancer over here was being targeted down by both of these Vargulfs, but by just spamming strafing within my Graveguard and just summoning cheap zombies, as you can see, all these are summoned zombies, and the reason I summoned all of them is because I want to save the Necromancer, and he managed to escape from the yoke of the two Vargulfs. So yeah, good lad, this one. Over here, Arkan is gonna get caught a little bit, but he's gonna eventually manage to escape. The Blood Dragon is just gonna get the hell off from here. We're being struck with the Spirit Blitz. I'm gonna notice that the Necroc Vampire Lord is all alone just fighting over here, and I'm just gonna go in and get some a nasty good hit, if I remember correctly. Come on, Blood Dragon, get in there. Get in there. Let's see how much damage are we gonna do with just one strike. Ooh, that was huge. But then immediately I'm gonna notice Janet is gonna send the Vargulfs over here, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, it's time to get the hell out of here. And yeah, as you can see, this crater is impossible, so he had to go through it, around it, to get over to me. And now Arkan with the Blood Dragon are just gonna keep rolling. Now we do kind of a mistake over here. We're gonna both go with both the Blood Dragon and Arkan, and also the Necropolis Knights after the Runesmith, trying to finish him off. And as you can see, the balance of power is a little bit in our favor, but as soon as we're just gonna try and chase this guy down, the balance of power is gonna start ticking on the other side. Gonna fast forward this because nothing is going on. We're just hunting down the Bolt Throwers and Thunderers all over the place, doing nothing, and we're wasting huge amount of time just trying to chase this guy down. I really don't know why we did that. I really don't. We're just gonna... The Runesmith is not gonna be going down that easily, and we're even gonna abandon that cause. Like, we're just gonna get the hell out of here because he just can't die that fast. I'm gonna try to get back into him, but I'm gonna see that the Ulthor's Raiders are here. He's gonna hit me with a Rune of Wrath and Ruin also, so I'm just gonna be, okay, I'm out of here. By the time, right now I have like 8 winds of magic, and I need like 11 or 12 for overcast of Invocation of Nehek, so I'm just gonna be keeping my magic. This is the reason he's such low health and I'm not healing him up. We need one last big heal in the end, and also on top of the summoned Ursapti, because if you noticed, Falcon hasn't summoned the Ursapti, he's keeping it in reserve, because yeah, it's gonna go to waste if we summon it now. We need it at the end, where there's gonna be a lots of nuances. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep advancing forward. Over here I'm just spamming my Graveguard, trying to ignore the Vargulfs. They've been hitting me from all over the place, but I'm like, okay, just keep moving, we need to catch the Thunderers. If we catch the Thunderers and they have nothing else except there's 2 Vargulfs and the Necroc Vampire Lord, we're pretty much gonna win the game, and it's gonna be GG. So I'm just gonna fast forward until my guys get over here. As you can see, I got caught over there in the freaking Skeleton Warriors. I was expecting to be together with Arkan, but I kinda got left in the back, and the reason I'm stating this is because Janet is gonna notice that, and I think, yeah, he's gonna try to snipe me out over here, but as soon as the Necroc tries to land, I'm just gonna keep spamming the attack forward and trying to ignore this guy, and we're gonna get in here really deep and low, and the Invocation of Nehek, a massive one, and now E1 is gonna go down. Is it me or not? Yeah, it's me. I dropped the Invocation. Falcon over here is gonna drop the Ursapti. We didn't time this right. We wanted the Invocation to drop on the Ursapti as well, but it's not that big of a deal. So a lot of mass is gonna be spawned over here. These Vargulfs are gonna have a hard time escaping. The balance of power is gonna start ticking more and more in our favor as we chase off the last of the Thunderers. And also the Necroc Vampire Lord is gonna come in. I'm gonna immediately, or I've already dropped the Helm of Discord, so I'm just gonna be, okay, if you wanna come here, Janet, let's fight this on. And yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and start hitting this Necroc really hard, and he's gonna stand no chance against me. And with every hit, the balance of power just moves and more in our favor. And this was the end. Like, we gave up a lot of time just trying to chase down that guy, and in the end it was just making sure we finished off the Thunderers, and we got the Necroc Vampire Lord into a nasty situation, as we did over here. And yeah, let's see up close what's going on. The Vargulfs into action. Yeah, they're just kind of staying together at the moment. Okay, he got pushed back by who? Probably some Necropolis Knights. It's really funny, this huge beast getting pushed back by Chip Serpents. And yeah, Janet and Settlon are just gonna hit the exit button, and the battle is gonna end because there was no other reason to stay on that fight. So for me, as you can see, the Blood Dragon did an amazing job just healing up, getting some good hits into both the Dwarven Lord and the Necroc one. And the Necromancer, he was a champ, okay? He summoned a lot of zombies and he managed to remain alive against these 2 Vargulfs. The Graveguard did also quite great, the Stanzmer more than everybody, and they were quite healthy still, so imagine these guys. For Falcon, his forces also did well, but it was because it was we were up against cheap zombies, so it didn't really matter that much. The Carrion, I don't even know what the hell they were doing, I didn't notice them on the map. And the Necropolis Knights also did quite a fantastic job, just being the anchor that we needed. And also Arkan, just being a boss. He's actually quite good on melee. Not against lords like Tyrion or stuff like that, but he could honestly take on the Necroc Vampire Lord on his own, I'm quite sure of it. Settlon Apache over here, he went with... actually he got a plenty of kills, and if you take into account if he killed my forces, because he was killing my forces, he was aiming for the Graveguard and stuff, that's actually quite a healthy proportion. Like, he got some really valuable kills, and everybody did great, but it really came down to protecting the Rune Lord. I think they were a little bit way too wide with the cheap stuff that they had. And when we dropped on the Dwarven Lord, the Necroc wasn't nearby to help. The Vargulfs were on the other side where they should have been together in order to protect that guy. That was when the battle went south. They lost that Dwarven Lord, they lost the magic resistance, and from there on it was GG. So I really hope you enjoyed this battle, guys. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification button. And yeah, gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.